But the beauty, with all the panic that we had from some people, because there was no panic here on our show. It's the panic of, oh, no, you're winning too many games. Oh, you're not going to get this quarterback. You're not going to get this. You're at 5. You're fine. Okay? You've instilled a culture this year already. You're showing people how you want to do things. I thought Flores did a great job. The young guys that were there and will be back next year will be part of that foundation to start this thing in the right direction. There's a lot of positives to what went on with the Dolphins. If you're closed-minded and just look at the 5 wins and you worry about, you think they were tanking or all that crap, then you're going to be in that negative zone. But if you really look at it, you're at 5 with 14 picks. Now you're looking at the Senior Bowl and the East-West. And there were 2 nice little project quarterbacks at the East-West. There are several here in the Senior Bowl. And then there's the 2 big ones. There's quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. There's opportunities for the Dolphins for them to get their quarterback. Okay? It's not the end of the world. Nobody looked at Pat Mahomes when Kansas City traded up to number 10 and drafted him. Nobody looked at him to be what he is right now. Okay? And Dan Marino had a cocaine rumor and a terrible a senior season where he had a bunch of interceptions, and he fell to Miami at whatever it was, 24, 25, 26, and the rest is history.
Oh, you know what's another thing that
so
you did?
So we could just go on, and hold on a second. And Drew Brees, and we can just talk about Joe Montana, went in the 3rd round out of Notre Dame to San Francisco. You got to stop with this. And again, it's just, I think part of it is clickbait, because you do it because you'll get people to read it, to gravitate to it, and then the people that follow it casually, they don't know any better. So whatever the writer's writing, they take it as gospel. And not that it was right, but that's fine. And then that's why we had all the people walking around, oh, they're tanking. No, they weren't. They were never tanking. Don't you see that they're trying to win games? Nobody's trying to tank. Not the front office and not the coaches. They just had a different way of rebuilding the team through youth. That's all. But that's what we run into. It's the clickbait. It's trying to stir up the drama. All of these things that it's convenient for people, certain people in the media, because that's what's going to get the traffic.
It's something you pointed out probably within the last month. I don't know if you remember. The day you went down all the quarterbacks, all the starters in the league, and we ended up with like maybe 20%. There was like 5 or 6 of them that were good that were taken in the first 5.
Right.
Everything else was post.
Yeah, late.
The odds are those guys in the top 5 spots are not going to be a guy.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right. Well, the odds are you're going to miss on quarterbacks. That's all. You just got to keep taking them.
We talked about a couple of days ago. Seattle getting 4 guys, and then Russell is the one that came out of the 4.
Right.
In the ratio of good quarterbacks, counting 2 per team, that's 30. That's 64. There's 16 good ones. So that's a 1 out of 4 ratio, and that's probably what you're going to need to do, the fishnet, to have one come out.
And Taylor Zarzour, who called the Senior Bowl for Sirius, is going to join us here at the bottom of the hour. I've known Taylor for about 20 years. At 12:30, Will Carroll, the injury expert, will step in. We'll go over some of the important injuries in sports, not just for the Super Bowl like Tevin Coleman, but some of the ones going on in the NBA. We can ask him about Goran and find out about the Dragon and what's going on with Dragon. Also, at 1:30, Bob Fesco, who covers the Chiefs for 610 Sports Talk there, or Sports Radio 610 in Kansas City, is going to stop by at 1:30. Patricia Triana, my buddy from GiantsCountry.com. She covers the Giants, and we're going to have a little fun with Patricia. We'll talk a little G-Man. We'll talk a little Eli Manning. and we'll get his thoughts on, get her thoughts on Manning, and should he be in the Hall of Fame, and obviously the mood out there with the announcement of his retirement, which I don't think most of us are surprised at the retirement. You know what I mean? But I've already talked about this. I talked about it yesterday, and you could download it and check out the podcast. We talked a little bit about Eli Manning's retirement and where I think he stands in the overall picture. Let's see, what do we have? Todd from the Bronx, Big O. It's being reported that 5 QBs will go in the top 15 picks. Tua, Herbert, Love, Burrow, Gordon, Finns, Cincy, Panthers, Charger, and Colts all need QBs, Big O. Yeah, but Ty, that's the problem. Are you going to go with everything reported? Is everything reported accurate? Because everything reported was every player in the Dolphins wanted off. Everything that was reported is that the Dolphins were tanking. How'd those reports go, man? I'm just wondering. Right? Because, I mean, it's just 90-something% of these reports are all wrong. So I don't know if you want to keep believing reports, but go ahead. That's what I just talked about that. Clickbait. Because quarterbacks run the world. Because 20 teams out of 32 probably are questioning and need a quarterback. One or the other. There might be 12 teams and 12 fan bases that are happy enough with their quarterback. The other 20 either want to replace the dude they have or they don't have one like we do here in Miami. Okay? So, clickbait, go ahead.
It's a horrible ratio.
Believe whatever you want, man.
That's a really bad ratio, though.
What?
Well, 3 are good and 5 are wanting another guy.
Yeah. Well, isn't that the truth?
That is bottom line, yes.
It's not like half the league's happy with their quarterbacks.
No.
There's no way you get to 16 and people are like, yeah, I'm happy with my guy.
Yeah, you're at 16, you're like, yeah, he's okay.
Maybe 12.
At 16, he's okay.
All I know is Miami has 5-18 and 25 or whatever it is. They're fine, man. I'm not worried about it. They'll get their quarterback.